Hi everyone, this is CS with Codify. Welcome to our new video on hardware and logic gates. Computer Science is 1. It's the third chapter of Computer Science, Paper 1 Theory. So let's start. Firstly, we were discussing computers and their components, different components, which includes a lot of different components. You can look at the syllabus from 2023 2024 to understand and know what all of the devices that would be discussed, and you can also look if they are added or some devices removed. But this video contains all of the devices that you need for 9618 computer science. We'll start by a general purpose computer system consists of a processor, memory, and an input output functionality. Understanding the need for input, output, primary storage, secondary storage, and removable secondary storage. Input is when you take in data from the outside world. Output is when you display data for humans' understanding. Primary storage and secondary storage. Primary storage, it can be directly accessed by is the computer's main memory that can be directly accessed. Secondary memory is non-volatile and it is for non-critical data, and it is not frequently accessed, and it is second, and it is slower usually than primary storage. Removable secondary storage is used for backup and for a portable transfer of files to secondary device. Embedded systems. Embedded systems are small computer systems such as microprocessors that are often a part of a larger system. Each embedded system performs a few specific functions, unlike general purpose computers. But there are a lot of benefits of embedded systems along with some drawbacks. The benefit is that it's reliable as it has no moving parts, cheap to produce, and requires less power. Furthermore, it is also specific. It is used for one single function, so it's easier to repair. Also, and drawbacks are difficult to program functions. There is either no interface. Expensive expert help is needed for repair. That's true, but it can be produced en mass. A laser printer. There are two types of printers: a laser printer and a 3D printer. Laser printer, the paper is also laser and inkjet. But in 9618, we only need to learn about a laser printer. A laser printer has a laser beam and rotating mirrors, which are used to draw images of the page on a photosensitive drum. Image converted into electric charge, where it tracks charge donor such that it sticks to image. Electrostatic charged paper is rolled against drum. The charge pulls donor away from drum and onto the paper. Heat is applied in the fuser to fuse donor onto the paper, after which the fuser is used, which embeds it, and then the electric charge is moved from the drum, and excess toner is collected, along with removing all of the charges, and the ink is also removed, and then this is done in the laser printer. Then a message is sent to if the data is finished, to ask for more data, if to see if the printing process has been completed. Another thing that is common for a laser printer, that it is very useful for mass printing, unlike an inkjet printer, and it is also a printer which is prints a lot of pages fastly, and it is cheaper if you print in mass or a laser printer. 3D printer. The 3D printer process starts from saved digital files that holds the blueprint of object to be printed. The object is then built layer by layer through materials such as polymer resin or powdered metal until the object is created. Object is then cured, i.e., the resin made objects are hardened by UV light. So, 3D printers are really important these days, and it is an important topic that would definitely be coming in your exam, most probably, as it has not come as a question for 1 or 2 years. Microphone. Incoming sound waves enter windscreen and cause vibrations by the diaphragm. The vibration causes coil to move past the magnetic core. Electric current generated is then digitized. Speaker. It takes electrical signals and then translates them into physical vibrations to create sound waves. Electric current in voice coil generates an electromagnetic field. Change in digital audio signal causes current direction change, which changes field polarity. Electromagnet is either attracted or repelled to a permanent magnet, causing a diaphragm that is attached to the coil to vibrate. The vibration transmitted to air in front of speaker. Degree of vibration determines the amplitude and frequency of sound produced. So a speaker is a little different from a microphone as it takes in electrical signals, unlike giving out the electrical signals, which is different from a microphone. And these electrical signals are translated into physical vibrations, so they're sound waves. In microphone, the sound waves are converted to electrical signals, and then they are stored, and the speaker plays these sound waves. A magnetic hard disk. A magnetic hard disk has platters whose surfaces are covered with a magnetizable material. Platters are mounted on a central spindle and rotated at high speeds. These uh, these platters are divided into concentric traction sectors. So, binary hard disk question is usually around 6 marks, and it is a really important question as you have to learn it word by word. So, you have to hear me out that all of these, whatever is written in the slide, is important, and these are the main points that are to be discussed in the exam. So, they have to be accessed by read and write hands. All of these are 6 points that you have to remember in order to ace the question of what is a magnetic hard disk and what is its usability. So when reading, magnetic field variation from disk reduces current variation and read write head. Okay. Solid state memory. Both use an AND based flash memory. They consist of grids and columns and rows. Grids of columns and rows that have two transistors at each intersection. Two transistors are floating gates and control gates. Optical disk reader and writer. The surface has reflective metal layer and a spun. Tracking mechanism moves laser assembly. Lens focuses laser onto disk. Laser beam shown onto the disk to read and write. Tracks are sequences of amorphous and precision states on the metallic layer. When reading, the reflected light from the different states on the track are encoded as bit patterns. When writing, laser changes surface to crystalline amorphous states along the track, which correspond to ones or zeros. So, okay, this is all of the components and computers and their components that I have discussed in this video. You can look at our notes. I will share the slideshow with all of you, and you can look at all of the notes afterwards and give it a go. So this was our video. Hope you liked it, and we will be also be covering logic gates, but I'll explain it to you briefly what a logic gate is. They use one or more inputs and produce a single logical output. There are AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, AND gate, NOR gate, XOR gate. So all of them have different functionalities depending on how you do it. You can look at these diagrams, it is self-explanatory. So look at these diagrams and don't need to explain that much about logic gates. The NOT gate. So NOT gate is used. One would be converted to zero. It would be give the negative or the opposite of the one that has been inputted. Okay. Yes. So thank you for your time. We will be uploading our notes on this section below. And please tune in for our other videos. We will be completing the whole CS syllabus for computer science AS and A level 9618 and other topics including computer research, programming, and other coding languages will also be discussed in this channel. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Goodbye.